Now you shall command the children of Israel that they shall take for you clear olive oil, crushed for illumination, to kindle a lamp continually, in the tent of meeting outside the partition that is near the testimonial tablets. Aaron and his sons shall arrange it from evening until morning before Hashem, an eternal decree of their generations from the children of Israel. Now you bring near to yourself Aaron your brother and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, to minister to me. You shall make vestments of sanctity for Aaron your brother, for glory and splendor, and you shall speak to all the wise-hearted people whom I have invested with a spirit of wisdom, and they shall make the vestments of Aaron to sanctify him to minister to me. These are the vestments that they shall make: a breastplate, an ephod, a robe, a tunic of a box-like knit, a turban, and a sash. They shall make vestments of sanctity for Aaron your brother and his sons to minister to me. They shall take the gold, the turquoise, purple, and scarlet wool, and the linen. They shall make the ephod of gold, turquoise, purple, and scarlet wool, and twisted linen, a weaver's craft. It shall have 2 shoulder straps attached to its 2 ends, and it shall be attached. The belt with which it is emplaced, which is on it, shall be of the same workmanship. It shall be made of gold, turquoise, purple, and scarlet wool, and twisted linen. You shall take the 2 shoham stones and engrave upon them the names of the sons of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the names of the 6 remaining ones on the second stone, according to the order of their birth. A jeweler's craft, like the engraving of a signet ring, shall you engrave the 2 stones with the names of the sons of Israel encircled with gold settings. Shall you make them? You shall place both stones on the shoulder straps of the ephod, remembrance stones for the sons of Israel. Aaron shall carry their names before Hashem on both his shoulders as a remembrance. You shall make settings of gold and 2 chains of pure gold. Make them at the edges of the braided craftsmanship, and place the braided chains on the settings. You shall make a breastplate of judgment of a woven design, like the craftsmanship of the ephod shall you make it, of gold, turquoise, purple, and scarlet wool, and linen, twisted together shall you make it. Square shall it be, folded, its length a 1/2 cubit, and its width a 1/2 cubit. You shall fill it with stone mounting, 4 rows of stone, a row of odem, pitam, and barakis, the 1 row. The 2nd row, nofech, sapir, and yachalom. The 3rd row, lashem, shevo, and achlama. And the 4th row, tarashish, shocham, and yashvesh. Set in gold shall be in their mountings. The stones shall be according to the names of the sons of Israel, 12 according to their names, engraved like a signet ring, each according to its name shall they be for the 12 tribes. For the breastplate you shall make chains at the edges of braided craftsmanship of pure gold. For the breastplate you shall make 2 rings of gold, and you shall place the 2 rings on the ends of the breastplates. You shall place the 2 golden ropes on the 2 rings at the ends of the breastplate, and the 2 ends of the 2 ropes you shall place on the 2 settings, which you shall place on the shoulder straps of the ephod towards its front. You shall make 2 rings of gold, and place them on the 2 ends of the breastplate at its bottom, on its inner side toward the ephod. You shall make 2 rings of gold, and place them at the bottom of the 2 shoulder straps of the ephod toward its front, opposite its seam, above the belt of the ephod. They shall attach the breastplate from its rings to the rings of the ephod with a turquoise woolen cord, so that it will remain above the belt of the ephod, and the breastplate will not be loosened from upon the ephod. Aaron shall bear the names of the sons of Israel on the breastplate of judgment on his heart when he enters the sanctuary, as a constant remembrance before Hashem. Into the breastplate of judgment shall you place the Urim and the Turim, and they shall be on Aaron's heart when he comes before Hashem, and Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel on his heart constantly before Hashem. You shall make the robe of the ephod entirely of turquoise wool. Its head opening shall be folded over within it. Its opening shall have a border all around of weaver's work. It shall be for it like the opening of a coat of mail. It may not be torn. You shall make on its hem pomegranates of turquoise, purple, and scarlet wool on its hem all around, and gold bells between them all around, a gold bell and a pomegranate, a gold bell and a pomegranate on the hem of the robe all around. It must be on Aaron in order to minister. Its sound shall be heard when he enters the sanctuary before Hashem, and when he leaves, so that he shall not die. You shall make a headplate of pure gold, and you shall engrave upon it, engraved like a signet ring, holy to Hashem. You shall place it on a cord of turquoise wool, and it shall be on the turban. Opposite the front of the turban shall it be. It shall be on Aaron's forehead, so that Aaron shall bring forgiveness for a sin regarding the sacred offering that the children of Israel consecrate for any gifts of their sacred offerings, and it shall be on his forehead always, to bring them favor before Hashem. You shall make a linen tunic of box-like knit. You shall make a linen turban, and you shall make a sash of embroiderer's work. For the sons of Aaron you shall make tunics, and make them sashes, and you shall make them headdresses for glory and splendor. With them you shall dress Aaron your brother, and his sons with him. You shall anoint them, inaugurate them, and sanctify them, and they shall minister to me. You shall make them linen breeches to cover the flesh of nakedness. From the hips to the thighs shall they be. They shall be on Aaron and his sons when they enter the tent of meeting, or when they approach the altar to serve in holiness, and they should not bear a sin and die. It is an eternal decree for him and his offspring after him. This is the matter that you shall do for them, to sanctify them, to minister to me. Take 1 young bull and 2 rams, unblemished, with unleavened breads, unleavened loaves, mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers smeared with oil. Of fine wheat flour shall you make them. You shall place them in a single basket, and bring them near in the basket with the bull and the 2 rams. Aaron and his sons you shall bring near to the entrance of the tent of meeting, and you shall immerse them in water. You shall take the vestments and dress Aaron with the tunic, the robe of the ephod, and the breastplate. And you shall girdle him with the belt of the ephod. You shall place the turban on his head, and place the crown of sanctity over the turban. You shall take the anointment oil and pour it on his head, and anoint him. You shall cause his sons to come near, and dress them in tunics. You shall girdle them with a sash, Aaron and his sons, and you shall wrap the headdresses on them. The priesthood shall be an eternal duty for them, and you shall inaugurate Aaron and his sons. You shall bring the bull near before the tent of meeting. Aaron and his sons shall lean their hands upon the head of the bull. You shall slaughter the bull before Hashem, before the entrance of the tent of meeting. You shall take some blood of the bull, and place it with your finger on the horns of the altar, and you shall pour all the blood on the base of the altar. You shall take all the fat that covers the innards, the diaphragm with the liver, the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and you shall cause them to go up in smoke upon the altar. The flesh of the bull, its hide, and its waist, you shall burn in fire outside the camp. It is a sin offering. You shall take the first ram. Aaron and his sons shall lean their hands on the head of the ram. You shall slaughter the ram, and take its blood, and throw it on the altar all around. You shall cut the ram into its pieces, wash its innards and feet, and place them with its pieces and its head. You shall cause the entire ram to go up in smoke upon the altar. It is an elevation offering to Hashem. It is a satisfying aroma, a fire offering to Hashem. You will take the second ram. Aaron and his sons shall lean their hands on the heads of the ram. You shall slaughter the ram. You shall take some of its blood and place it on the middle part of the ear of Aaron, and on the middle part of the ear of his sons, the right one, and on the thumb of their right hand, and the big toe of their right foot, and you shall throw the blood upon the altar all around. You shall take some of the blood that is on the altar, and some of the anointment oil, and sprinkle on Aaron and on his vestments, and on his sons, and the vestments of his sons with them. He and his vestments and his sons' vestments with them shall become holy. From the ram you shall take the fat, the tail, the fat that covers the innards, the diaphragm with the liver, the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and the right thigh. It is a ram of perfection. 1 cake of bread, 1 oily loaf, and 1 wafer from the basket of unleavened loaves that is before Hashem. You shall place it on all the palms of Aaron and on the palms of his sons, and you shall wave them as a waving before Hashem. You shall take them from their hands and cause it to go up in smoke on the altar, on the elevation offering, as a satisfying aroma before Hashem. It is a fire offering to Hashem. You shall take the breast of the inauguration ram, that is Aaron's, and you shall wave it as a waving before Hashem. Then it shall be your portion. You shall sanctify the breast of the waving and the thigh of the raising up that was waved and that was raised up from the inauguration ram that was for Aaron and for his sons. It shall be for Aaron and his sons as an eternal portion from the children of Israel. For it is a portion, and it shall remain a portion from the children of Israel from their peace offering feast, their portion to Hashem. The holy vestments of Aaron shall belong to his sons after him to become elevation through them, to become inaugurated through them. For a 7-day period, the Kohen who succeeds him from his sons, who shall enter the tent of meeting to serve in the sanctuary, shall don them. You shall take the inauguration ram and cook its flesh in a holy place. Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram and the bread that is in the basket before the entrance of the tent of meeting. They who receive atonement through them to inaugurate them, to sanctify them, shall eat them. An alien shall not eat them, for they are holy. If anything shall be left over from the flesh of the inauguration offering, or from the bread until the morning, you shall burn the leftover in the fire. It may not be eaten, for it is holy. You shall do thus for Aaron and his sons, like everything that I have commanded you. For a 7-day period shall you inaugurate them. A bull sin offering shall you make for each day for the atonements. You shall purify the altar, bring atonement for it, and you shall anoint it to sanctify it. For a 7-day period shall you bring atonement for the altar and sanctify it. The altar shall be the holy of holies. Whatever touches the altar shall become sanctified. This is what you shall offer upon the altar: 2 sheep within their first year every day, continually. You shall offer the 1 sheep in the morning, and the 2nd sheep shall you offer in the afternoon, and 1/10 ephah of fine flour mixed with 1/4 hin of beaten oil, and a libation of 1/4 hin of wine for each sheep. You shall offer the 2nd sheep in the afternoon, like the meal offering of the morning, and its libation shall you offer for it for a satisfying aroma, a fire offering to Hashem, as a continual elevation offering for your generations at the entrance of the tent of meeting before Hashem, where I shall set my meeting with you to speak to you there. I shall set my meeting there with the children of Israel, and it shall be sanctified with my glory. I shall sanctify the tent of meeting and the altar, and Aaron and his sons shall I sanctify to minister to me. I shall rest my presence among the children of Israel, and I shall be their God. They shall know that I am Hashem, their God, who took them out of the land of Egypt to rest my presence among them. I am Hashem, their God. You shall make an altar on which to bring incense up in smoke. Of acacia wood shall you make it, its length a cubit, and its width a cubit. It shall be square, and its height 2 cubits. From it shall be its horns be. You shall cover it with pure gold, its roof and its walls all around, and its horns, and you shall make for it a gold crown all around. You shall make for it 2 gold rings under its crown for its 2 corners. There you shall make on it 2 sides, and it shall be a housing for staves with which to carry it. You shall make the staves of acacia wood and cover them with gold. You shall place it before the partition that is by the ark of the testimonial tablets, in front of the cover that is on the testimonial tablets, where I shall set my meetings with you. Upon it shall Aaron bring the spice incense up in smoke every morning. When he cleans the lamps, he shall bring it up in smoke. And when Aaron kindles the lamps in the afternoon, he shall bring it up in smoke, continual incense before Hashem for your generations. You shall not bring upon it alien incense, or an elevation offering, or meal offering, nor may you pour libation upon it. Aaron shall bring atonement upon its horns once a year
From the blood of the sin offering of the atonements once a year shall he bring atonement upon it for your generations. It is holy of holies to Hashem.